the radio tomorrow.
The Berenstain Bears Trouble at School by Stan Jan Berenstain. When a problem at school is kept secret too long, it can grow till a cub thinks that everything's wrong. The Berenstain Bears Trouble at School by Stan Jan Berenstain. Their brother and sister usually were very healthy. They occasionally caught cold. So when brother came home from school one day, sneezing and wheezing, Mom Bear knew just what to do. He took his temperature, tucked him in bed, and went right to the phone and called Dr. Grizzly. Sneezing and wheezing and a temperature of 101, said Dr. Grizzly. Keep him in bed, give him plenty of liquids, and keep him home from school until his temperature is back to normal. All followed the doctor's orders, and little by little, brother's temperature began to go down. I feel a little better, he said. May I get out of bed? I'm afraid not, said Mom. The doctor wants you to stay in bed. But there's no reason why your stay shouldn't be as pleasant as possible, Papa, she called. Would you bring up the portable TV? The portable had remote control, and pretty soon brother was having fine time switching one cartoon show to another. Being tired of TV, he got out his comic books, and being tired of those, Mom brought him his dinosaur collection. No doubt about it, except for his sniffles, Brother Bear was having a pretty good time. When his sister brought home another folder of schoolwork for him, he hardly looked at it. He was much too busy having fun. And while he was at home having fun, his fellow students at school were hard at work. In the classroom where Teacher Bob was teaching a new math lesson, learned to add, subtract, and multiply. Now they were learning how to divide. Soccer field where Coach Boone was getting the team ready again for the big game against Beartown. Cousin Freddie, he called. Take brother's place at Fort. He's out sick. Yes, sir, said Freddie. This was the chance he had been waiting for. It wasn't until brother was all there and ready to go back to school that he remembered the folder. Oh well, he thought, I'll study on the bus. Well, that's where he heard about Freddie and the soccer team. He was so upset he forgot all about studying. And Coach Boone had extra practice during early June. It became me even more upset. It wasn't easy watching Freddie take his place on the team. Then when Teacher Bob got back to the class, Teacher Bob said, I certainly hope you studied that work folder because we're going to the quiz. A quiz? Said brother. On what? On division, of course, said Teacher Bob as he handed out the quiz folders. But he might have managed it even then. He was good with numbers and might have worked things out if only be able to concentrate. All he could think about was Cousin Freddie out there kicking on the field goals while he sat on the bench. Quiz was a disaster! Well, not only did brother get every problem wrong, but Teacher Bob wrote on the paper, very, very poor, must be signed by parent. Brother didn't know which was worse, the soccer mess or the quiz disaster. What did he say to Mom and Papa when they asked him how things had gone at school? He was so feeling sorry for himself that on the bus ride home, he noticed that sister was coming down with bad cases, sneezes, and wheezes. Oh dear, said Mom when she saw sister, you've got brother's cold. Into bed with you. And she and Papa were so busy attending to sister that she forgot to ask brother how things went at school, and he didn't tell him. And the next morning when the school bus came, brother didn't get on the bus. Hidden in tall grass until the bus was out of sight. Squirrels and bluebirds were puzzled. Brother was usually happy and cheerful, but not this morning. This morning he looked unhappy and angry too. Brother shouted, brother, Fooey, brother shouted, kicking and stone reminded him soccer nights just made him angrier. Little birds circled and the squirrels scattered. Food on soccer, he shouted, stomping through the wood. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Grasshoppers hopped, toast stuck still and pretended they were bumps on the wall. Booing on school, Brother shouted, stomping out the woods. Pansies hit their faces. Ladybugs flew away home. And, he said, reaching into his school bag, booing on division. Came to the top of a big hill. He took out the quiz, folded into a paper airplane, so high into the air. The hail overlooked the swampy, overgrown bog as Brother watched the quiz circle and swoop. He noticed something out of the corner of his eye. A familiar house at the end of a bog. Grizzly Gramps was working on a ship when he noticed he had heard a knock. Gran was making cookies and they weren't expecting visitors. And they certainly weren't expecting Brother, especially during school hours. It didn't take long for the whole story to come out. Gramps and Gran listened quietly as Brother told them about catching cold, the folder of work, the soccer mess, the quiz disaster, Miss Bus, paper airplane. Come with me, young feller, said Gramps. I want to show you something. Gramps took Brother by hand and led him deep into the bog. There, he said. That's what I want to show you. It was very old wagon sunk almost out of sight in my pond. How did he get there? Asked Brother. It wasn't easy, said Gramps. I went a lot of trouble getting that old wagon into the swamp. Then with a twinkle inside, he said, just the way you did. Getting in your overhead at school happened a long time ago when I took a wrong turn, just the way you did when you didn't study that schoolwork that teacher Bob sent home. Well, instead of admitting my mistake and backing up, I wasn't just pushed ahead until I said, so be it. There's no getting out. And you lost the wagon, said Brother. Yep, said Gramps, but I learned a valuable lesson. If you find yourself on the wrong road, don't just keep on going until you're in over your head. Back up. Start over on the right road. How am I going to do that? Asked Brother. Oh, I think we can manage. But first I'll look over there, said Gramps, pointing. There it was, the paper airplane caught in a berry bush. Whoa, that's the last page. How do you think they'll say? Said Brother later as they swung Gramps' pickup. Find out soon enough, said Gramps, pulling to a stop in front of the big treehouse. And let's not forget Gran's bag of cookies. They're her finest. It was Mom and Papa weren't exactly pleased. I heard about the big mess Brother got himself into. And hollered and pounded the table eater. Not even Papa. He looked like he might be going to when he saw the paper he had signed. Gramps had tried to flatten out, but it still wrinkled. What happened to it? He asked. Oh, said Gramps, it was just sort of got folded a bit. That's when he brought out Gramps' cookies. There are 10 of them. See now, he said, there are 5 of us counting sisters, so how many did we each get? 2, of course, said Brother, dividing them up. No, don't look now, young fellow, said Gramps with a wink, but you just divide 10 by 5. Is there all that there is to dividing, said Brother? That's all, said Gramps. Oh, but I thought that big storm was all past, Papa.
It was too.
Come along. That's all, said Gramps. Come along, said Mom in no-nonsense voice. Where are we going? Asked Brother. To school, Mom said as got into the car, but it's so late for sister Brother. Never too late to correct a mistake, said Mom said, and off they went. Brother got to class just in time for a retest. The class hadn't done very well on a division quiz, so Teacher Bob was giving them a second chance. Brother really concentrated, did much better. And that afternoon he got a chance at soccer, too. It was the big day of the big game against Berenstain. Things weren't going very well. Brothers, said Coach Boone, I don't want you to go in for Freddie. I don't think he's quite ready for the first team. Glad to help, Coach. Brother says he ran out onto the field. Know what they say, it's never too late to correct a mistake. Bye-bye. I'll upload more videos soon.